Well, friends, Mother's Day is coming up, and a plant can make a beautiful gift. But did you know that it could also improve the overall environment of your home? True. Meet Charlee Storner. She's a botanical stylist who's going to show us how to do a little plantscaping. Welcome to Great Day St. Louis.
Thank you, Ken.
You got some good stuff here, and you and I talked briefly before the show, and I was really fascinated about you mentioned that these certain plants can remove certain toxins from the air and really make for a better, I mean, there's a psychological thing, right, to plants when we walk in, right?
Right, and that's kind of the obvious. I think we all know how they make us feel. But I think the big question is, what do they really do for us as far as the environment goes?
And it's not as simple as just taking in carbon dioxide and putting out oxygen.
Correct, because as they're doing that, they're removing toxin. They filter, exactly. So they're very, very beneficial to our health.
So where maybe we need to shift our thinking about plants, because we think of plants as sometimes being an irritant to our allergies, which they are this time of year. I mean, with all the tree pollen floating around, everybody's sneezing and with the itchy eyes. But if we think long and hard about it and get educated a little bit, we can actually improve the environment within our house and add that emotional benefit too that plants bring us.
That's true, and you know, Americans spend like 90% of their time indoors.
Yeah.
So if you're not bringing something indoors to improve the air quality, it's just polluting and polluting and polluting.
All right, well, let's start down there and let's talk about Areca palms, which I love. They're nice and leafy and healthy looking and exotic.
Right, and the great thing is that the plants that are the most beneficial at removing toxins are also the most common and the easiest to care for. And the Areca palm humidifies, as long as you give it light. It needs good light. But it humidifies the air and it removes formaldehyde.
Really?
Yes, it does.
So if you have any corpses laying around that are polluting the house, you want to surround them by Areca palms.
Or carpet or other things.
Oh, that too, yeah. Yeah. No, but a lot of glue and different things like that, like
exactly,
you said.
Exactly. Resins, glue.
That's awesome. Okay, Areca palms. And the next one is the mother-in-law plant, is that right?
I prefer, because I am a mother-in-law, I prefer this plant, but it has another name. It's also called the bedroom plant.
Oh.
Yes.
Because it
actually...
Hang on, wait for it.
This could be good. It actually takes the carbon dioxide and converts it to oxygen at night. So if you have these in your bedroom at night, you're actually bringing oxygen to yourself at night, and you know that can actually raise your oxygen level if you're putting more oxygen into the air.
An oxygen-rich environment is a good thing to sleep in, I would imagine.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent thing.
Number 3, golden pothos money plant. I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, this is really common. I'm surprised you haven't seen that, but it's a very common plant.
But I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
It's like big fat ivy to me.
This one is a very hard-working plant. All the rest of these that we're going to see are very hard-working plants. They can remove as many toxins as 4 or 5. Benzene, trichloroethylene. Say that 3 times.
That's a big one.
Yes. It's a big one. Acetone. There's carbon monoxide removal. So.
What if you have teenage boys? Do you have one that removes methane gas? Because, man, my guys are just putting it out. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. That's not on my list, but could be. But you know what it would help with your teenage boys?
What?
Well, it improves productivity. It improves creativity.
Anything could improve productivity.
And it reduces stress. So
as long as they're not sleeping. All right, let's talk about the Gerber Daisy potted mum.
These two, the two floraling, yes. These are great for Mother's Day, obviously, because they look like Mother's Day presents, do they not? Plus, they bring a lot of color and style to your home, and they're just as hardworking as the golden pothos. They actually remove the same toxins, and although they're a temporary plant...
We're running out of time. I want to get there. The corn plant, is that a yucca? Same thing as a yucca?
Well, it's a similar family, but this is a Dracaena in the Dracaena family, and this one is called the Massapeel.
All right. Thank you so much, Charlee. I appreciate it. We can get more online, probably learn about the plants and what kind of toxins they remove.
Absolutely.
Matthew?